going on. Apologize for the show today. The earlier show we did a quick video outside and 740 plus views supposedly. Then they changed it. They went and shut it down to 16 views at no time in our last little quick show outside. Were we anywhere near 16 views? The least we had at time was at the time was 44 views. So YouTube kind of nuked that last video. Kind of crazy, that is what it is, bro. It's kind of like, why would you guys do this? It's like I looked at the amount of views, and we're talking 16 views on a show that at no time did we drop below 25. I know that. I didn't think anybody's going to watch. I was going to talk to everybody about why I shut the show down, that I didn't mean to get on anybody's nerves, but when we had some moderators came on, and Bruce, my buddy Bruce, was moderated, and I was like, well, we got to stop that. Whoever it is, I stopped, and I eliminated most of the moderators on the channel, and the reason why is because accidents happen, but we were growing pretty good. So how the head ache bad. Oh, just I took some Tylenol, but it's just it's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, thank you. So we gotta let some people get on here real quick. Let's see what is going on. If you want to go to Redacted, you want to check out something cool. Redacted on YouTube has a whistleblowers on there. I caught just a little bit of it. Didn't get to see the whole show. Only a minute or two of the show. So kind of a cool episode. Just showed up here for a minute, disappeared. Redacted has a two-part show that they're doing. Clayton Morris is the one that owns Redacted. He's talking to a military guy right now about this. So let's see if that's if it can even show up in my news feeds, which it isn't. So yeah, looks like we're good. We got one message right here, waiting for more people to show up. If they do, and if they don't, then I guess we'll just it looks we're at one still. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know, guys. I think that YouTube's seen that we're getting too big too fast, and it shut us down, scuttled us. I should have took a picture, show you 750 views was on there, and then we went down to 16 views. Anybody ask why this is the picture that I just ran through Grok to do? This is a Grok photo from Grok's AI generator. This kind of explains what happened up on Cedar Mountain 2018. Could have been 19. Same kind of scenario. This is what happened to me. So, bro, let's grab some Waffle House. Waffle, just small writing. I can't get to my own live video. I can't get to my own live video. This is the stupidest thing. I'm on my 45 News Utah, okay? I'm just on my own channel. Nothing. Zero. There's no... Oh, this is just crazy. Podcast news mix live. Let's do the lives. Blah, blah, blah. Can't even see what I'm actually typing right now. Let's go see if we can find 45 News Utah while everybody gets here. Hopefully get a few viewers tonight. Sorry if you got edited out, everybody. I'm really, really sorry. Let's see. We're live now. Let's see if we can check this out. I put real. R-E-E-L. Damn autocorrect, everybody. Damn autocorrect. Real is not spelled R-E-E-L. Whatever. Top chats. You want to see what it says for chats? It says nothing on chats. Oh, there we go. We got chats. Okay, so let's get to this. I can answer your chats by being on the live chat with you. Darknet. So, FYI, aliens are real. Very good. Reddit post about place I worked, about specimens, and on linked on there. Yes, aliens are absolutely real. They've been real for a very, very long time. The problem is a lot of the men that I knew that were involved in this, especially the man that owned my house. The house I own now was built by a man that worked with said agencies, and he painted the entire house blue. He has had big, satellite dishes all over the roof. He died in our bedroom, listening for alien communication. His grandson came and told me about it. The house was blue. It was painted blue for a reason. So I'm going to see if I can read the comments. I'm going to try to get on here so I can read it here. Yeah, metaphysics. Merkaba. I hope you probably meant Merkaba. Are you heading to the genealogy library in Salt Lake City soon? No. Why the genealogy laboratory? Why would I be going to the genealogy laboratory, guys? Why would I want to know about my family genetics? I've actually checked my family genetics, anyways. I'm not going to do their DNA test. That's a big money grab scam. Just telling you. So we got about 12 people showing right now, not as many as we expected. Your ancestry is fun. I've done I followed my ancestry line on my grandpa's side that abandoned my mother as a young child. He went all the way up into South Carolina, down in through the Cherokee Nations, all the way to Choctaws, Chickasaws, great grandmother, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Chippewa, which was from Arkansas. They were a Black River people, eastern side, northeastern side of Arkansas, but they were exterminated around the 1800s by the Osages. Um, the other side of my family was the Cherokees that married the Choctaw Chickasaws. Left in 1885 from Arkansas very late. Andrew Jackson involved battles against the Red Stick Crees. Yes, Creeks. We were involved in that, taking out the Creeks. Kind of stupid. But then I have a Comanche Apache great grandma from Oklahoma too. So, hey, did you watch the Jake Paul fight last night? Did not. Greetings from was that Costa Rica. Good to see you there. Hi back to everybody. Looks like 17 views now. YouTube's gonna throttle this live show because we did reach 17,500 views through August. We one show had a very high, very high live show um, audience, and we've been pushing to 1,000 views every show, which puts us up in the pretty in a high category on YouTube. So awesome, awesome. Anyway, so we'll get into this. The picture, this is a Grok generated image. The reason why I had Grok generate this image was to show you about the alien encounter I had up on Cedar Mountain as 2018, maybe 2019. Hi back to everybody. Aliens behind you. Yes, there's an alien. Let's punch an alien. Let's punch an alien, everybody. This is generated by Grok, just so you know. So I was in my Nissan Pathfinder sleeping sideways in the back seat. I didn't have a lock on the back, and then this thing came around. Anyway, looks like we got a lot of highs going on. Looks like you've said hi about 7 times there. Or what? Whatever your name is, 19 or 1290. So it was elk archery season. The north side of Highway 14 is spike only. And when you buy a Utah over-the-counter archery elk tag, you get to hunt the open bowl and the spike unit. Okay, you get both units to hunt. But the one side's longer than the other. So the open bowl unit south of Highway 14. This is the same thing you just said, heavy pockets. You just said the same thing about your right-wing neighbor, Mexican food. Thanks for showing that. Were you no, was not, no. No. We'll finish this. The reason why, watch out what you're saying there. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, anyway, all trolls will be banned. Just so you know, you'll lose access to the channel. It's not worth it. So let's not get into the trolling crap. So the one side's closed, one side's open. We moved from the spike unit because it's the last day to the open bowl unit. And we moved our camp over where we usually camp on the south side of 14. And I slept in my Nissan Pathfinder, which I still have the Pathfinder. Actually, I gave it away. Yeah, be careful because you will be banned permanently and the channel is growing. So I hate to break it to everybody. If you're going to be rude, violent, or start spamming, you'll be out of here. Just don't go that direction. We need them to land and actually talk to meet with us. Yes, and that would be something to do in the future. This is a continuous alien encounter. Like I said, go to Redacted. They're talking about it right now too. So anyway, we're on the south side. We went to camp. I was in my Pathfinder. That's all I had. I wasn't going to sleep in a tent. There's no way I'm sleeping up on Cedar Mountain in a tent, Dixie National Forest. I refused to do that unless in my wall tent. Out west, I'll sleep in my wall tent, but we had disembodied voices there. Some bad stuff happened out there too. Another time. But this encounter was my buddy Derek he had a Toyota with a sleeper in the back, and he's sleeping in the back of his Toyota, and he props the door up with a damn small broom. And Derek doesn't care where he sleeps. He worked the BLM, if he worked the U.S. Fish or Utah State Wildlife. Well, the reason why is a green screen because it's the best thing. Green screens are awesome now. You have Grok, you can go to Make all your green screens, bro. It's awesome. This is an AI pic. Yes, this is, and clearly stated this is an AI picture. This was generated by Grok a few minutes ago. It's awesome. Got to use the profile. Anyway, so back to the story. So, and my other buddy Parker is a young kid we were hunting with. I was teaching him how to hunt. He just didn't really know a lot of the stuff. He did end up getting an elk, but he was camped. He was parked just on the other, kind of the south of where I was parked. My buddy Derek's truck's over here. They usually come when no one's around, but this has happened now this year and in 2019. There was other people inside of our camp at camp, and they were not messed with. Let's see. They say hi to me about once in a while. If they do, just be careful of the bugs. The bugs are not your friend, bro. The big ones, the 9 foot talls, are not your friends. Anyway, so I was inside the Pathfinder, like I said, I was sleeping sideways, the back seat. Just had a bunch of pillows behind my head, had my bow sitting in the back, behind the seat. The back hatch did not lock. It's an old 1995 Nissan Pathfinder. Um, had the fire kind of about right here where the alien's sitting right there, pretty close to the truck. I could see the fire still popping. I was sitting there watching the fire, make sure it was, it was cold. It was quite chilly and it had rained and stuff. I don't know if it was a demon or not. Honestly, there's very little slips through the cup and a lip when it comes to demons or aliens. I mean, we're really shooting the gap right there, saying demons or aliens. Um, as I was laying there asleep, I got woke up by a knock on the side. Actually, the first knock was on the front of my Pathfinder. I was like, no. Kind of looked up, set up right here where the alien's head is. Kind of looking around. I was like, okay. Kind of set up, looked at the fire. Thought that's weird. Went around the back of it. Set back up a little bit, looked around. Passenger side. Dude, what the fuck is that? I reached my foot up, I locked the door, I locked the driver's side door, both front and back. I could not lock the hatch back, which it doesn't lock anyways. I grab an arrow out of my quiver. All I have is a razor blade arrow, muzzy broadhead. And I yell at my buddy and say, hey, knock it off. You guys, if I had my pistol, you guys would be shot right now. Don't knock on my damn truck. Lay back down right behind my head. Right behind my head. I was like right there, just right on the door. I lean up and I look out down the fire. Look around again. I'm looking, and it's lit. There was moonlight. I could see all around. Lay back down again. Goes around the front. But okay, guys, this is it. I yelled. I says, dude, if I had my gun, guys, I'd be shooting at you right now. Don't knock it the hell off. Knock it off. And I lay back down. Goes around back of the truck. So I got all these. I don't know what this stuff is going on up there. Anyway, knocks on the back. Goes around the passenger side. Goes around behind my head. I'm like, okay, that's it. That's it, guys. So I'm going to sleep. Shut the hell up. Knock it the hell off. I look out the window. Nothing's there. Nothing's there. Lay back down. Right up against my head. Right up against the door. What was I going to do? I mean, what was I going to do? What could I do at that point? I mean, what are you going to? You're 10,000 feet up. You're sleeping in your Nissan Pathfinder. All we're going to do is get up in the morning, hunt elk. We left the one unit to the other unit. Drove across the road, went to sleep. The fire was still there. Everything was cool. Everybody was going to sleep. No big deal. This went on through the night. Okay, but there's you can't do shit. You can't do anything. You can't hit a panic button. You can't get up. You can't have a pistol. It's illegal to have a pistol on an archery hunt. So I had to suffer through that night. I woke up the next morning. Derek's over there. I open up the door. We're Derek and Parker. I says, you guys need to watch what the hell you're doing. You get shot. They're like, what do you mean get shot? And I says, you guys were knocking on my truck in the middle of the night. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You're going to get shot, dude. Derek's like, I didn't do shit, bro. Parker, he's like 19. He's like, Rick, I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do anything. Did you guys hear anything? Like, no. I was like, it was knocking on my truck, trying to get me to come out. I was like, what the hell? You don't do that shit to anybody. It was you guys. There's no other way. It was it. They're like, no, we promised to God. And I said, I looked out and there was nothing there. I looked out, seen nothing. There was nothing there. So I was like, okay. So we went hunting. We just bailed on it, went hunting, went to everything. Okay, didn't stay the night again. I'm like, bullshit, bullshit. So my brother's elk camp gets set up right there. Open bowl unit sets up his camp. He's sitting there. Him and my uncle are drinking back some brewskis. Didn't say shit about it. They're not talking about what happened to me. I go down and talk to him. Um, and my brother and my uncle sitting there. They got a big wall tent set up. They were camping there for like they had like a whole week off to elk hunt. There's kind of my brother shot a bull right across there. I think the next year is just a spike. We shooting at a big bull. I think it might have been that year. He shot at a big bull and it shot the spike, which is legal on an open bull unit, anyways. Um, but they're sitting there at camp and they said they looked up in the clouds. I don't know why. I think my Uncle Wes is taking a piss. He was, you're 10,000 feet up. And he saw a flying saucer going between the clouds. So him and Russ, they're arguing. They're not arguing. They're grabbing the binoculars. Yes, Russ had the binoculars around his neck, and my uncle's pulling the binoculars away. And they watch this flying saucer go back and forth between the clouds. Lost my daughter. Okay. I've been getting threats on YouTube, by the way. Freaked them out. They said it went east towards Panguitch, Duck Creek Village, and all that. It just darting in between the clouds. So my brother calls and says, "Come on up here. I want to talk to you." Okay. Well, whatever, bros. So I had archery. It was before they had the all three seasons. Well, there was no tracks. I didn't even look. The ground's harder than hell. Didn't even look. I'm telling you, we got up in the morning. We left. I didn't go back. Bullshit. We were done hunting. We took our stuff. I had the Nissan, so I'd have the truck, so I'd just eat on the way. No, there's nobody that done it. There's nobody that done it. The flying saucer was seen 2 weeks roughly after the archery hunt. So they saw the flying saucer. So I go up to this camp. I pull up Russ's. My Uncle Wes, my brother sitting there. They don't bullshit around. They don't believe in any of this shit. They don't believe in any of that stuff. And they're both sitting there and they're like, "Well, we got to talk to you about something." I was like, "You guys gay?" I mean, not to be mean. I'm just saying, guys. And they're like, "No. Knock it off, Rick." And I'm like, "Okay, guys, what are you guys going to say? Did you get a bear attack yet? You guys get the bear attack now? Is it your turn to have the bear problems like they always hunt me down? It's a bunch of bullshit." They go, "No, we saw a flying saucer." And I was like, "Okay. You guys saw a flying saucer." "Yeah, it was up here going between the clouds." And my uncle's like, "Yeah, it was going between the clouds back and forth. We sat there and watched the binoculars. It was darting between the clouds." I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay. Okay." I had a fever, by the way. At least they didn't come after you guys. I said I wouldn't stay here. Sorry, bros. I mean, I've stayed there since, but no, 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 no. It was trying to get me to come outside for something. And it wasn't trying to be nice. If I would have stepped out of that Pathfinder that night, I may not be here today because it was trying its hardest to get me to go outside. Okay. It was not stopping. So anyway, let's catch up on some of this. But they believe, they understand now. Does it stop my brother? No. They got a big bull up there. We got a couple cows 2 years ago. And I was at my son came to stay there at the camp, rifle elk. And they all had trailers at that time. But my brother was drinking a beer, and I don't drink. And he's looking at the sky, the night sky, and he goes, "Kind of weird to think there's things out here, isn't it?" I says, "Yeah. I got my 44 on me, Yeah, Russ, it's weird, isn't it? Not quite the same world anymore, is it?" He says, "You haven't had anything on the ground with you guys before. You've never had them after you. Okay. I didn't know they were able to cloak and were invisible at that time. I had no idea." Let me catch up on some of this, but it really struck him deep. He's the kind of guy. He's tough, big, blonde-haired kid. Tough, a little older than me. It knowing they exist isn't a badge of courage. Nothing's ever the same. Art Bell, all the rest of them, it's not the same. Things don't. All the nights these guys talk about, blah 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 and blah. I think that they're interdimensional beings and yada yada yada. It's like you can't kill what you can't see, can you? And when they're there, you can't stop what's happening from happening, can you? Things are not as everybody believes. Once you've been there, you can't come back. They're not here like a Fire in the Sky guy does these nice little shows about how excited he is because they're so nice to him. Congratulations, Fire in the Sky guy, 1976 or whatever. Apparently, we have a different relationship, me and them, and that is not my first rodeo either. So we're going to play some more games. This continues to this day, by the way. Just that's the first story. Let's get into you guys the stories I can read here off of the computer. Wow, we have technology. Yes, even though it sucks. That's not the no. That's just one. Loads of fun until they show up. It usually is a good time, and then you're like, "What the f is that? Get your gun. Get your gun. Just get your gun." Fall asleep. Okay. We're gonna try to get to a few of your comments so I don't leave you guys out. I just have a spare ship ones. They are okay. I'm going to try to get back to where you guys are at. As far as I can go back. Looks like we're going to go to, we need them to land and actually talk to us. Okay. Hi back to Shadow Master. Why is this green screen? We talked about that because you can actually do that to Grok. And there's no reason not to use it. Aliens are real. It's an AI pick. We know that. Yes. They say hi once a year. The story is, what is the story? I have the spheres. Okay, ship ones. They are wonderful. I just have the sphere ships. Only flying saucers all I've seen. The actual mundane, stupid flying saucers. I mean, we're talking gold, disc, round top, stupid stuff. Been in an armed conflict with those creatures too. Yeah. I just have a sphere. Okay, that's freaking cool, alien bro. Yeah, it's Grok. You can do Grok. You can type in the stuff. You can type in what happened. It'll give you a nice green screen. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah. So they're freaking cool. So let's see. Do you know Riley Martin? Do not. All you have to do is say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Somebody's got an idea there. It's a good one. Good job. Just saying. Yeah, sometimes weapons don't quite work on them now, does it? Do they? All you have to do, yeah. What is the story about? We talked about a little bit about it. Let's go to this. Let's go. Sorry, it's moving the page. Raccoons? No, it's not. Fall asleep. They have been seen to have a power to become invisible. Right there, Orga OG at OG Sariel. Yeah. Yeah. Angel Maytag crash Las Vegas 2023. 2 good comments there. The rest of these are good comments, but I'm just telling you. But that right there, I didn't know they were invisible either. Yeah, until Fox News broke it down, pretty much gave us an idea. I don't think they know how to harm anyone. They don't come into your door. They don't open your doors. Hey, I'm not that. They travel millions of miles and still don't know how to open a wooden door. I'm not in charge of their rules of engagement, everybody. I'm telling you that there's something going on with doors. Even though Senator Kennedy in the skiff said, 2022, 23, said, lock your doors, folks. You can check it out for yourself, Senator Kennedy. Lock your doors, folks. I don't think that they will engage unless you let them in. Kind of like a police officer. Don't open the door, even if they say your name. Wendigos, Algonquin people, the Wendigos. Don't think they're cannibals either. Neither I think skinwalkers are actually skinwalkers. I think they're all kind of related to the same thing, just like the Bigfoots. Yes, the Bigfoots, the sassy squatches. Could be vampires too. Lots of people come up missing. They don't have ideas for what are they really doing, is a question. Seen the mutilization personally, firsthand, everybody, back in 1989. Seen it myself. And above Alpine back in the 80s too. Same kind of thing. Fall asleep. Let's see where we're at. So, yeah, they have power. They do have cloaking devices. I didn't know this either. I had no idea. I don't think they know how to harm anyone. It's something else. Demonic, I think they're all included. I think that what we're dealing with is visitors. Could be inside the earth. Really good stories about the inside the earth alien/demons/Deleche base. Check out Deleche base. I don't want to catch a bullet accidentally by talking about what happened to Snyder with the Deleche base thing. You want to check it out for yourself, you'll find out Rob Schneider got shot, got killed. He offed himself. Something happened. We don't know what, but he did do a nice little video about what they are and what happened to him. And then he was found unalived. So anyway, I want to see Alien, but I'm not enough to be abducted, I guess. Not good enough. You the I think if you have the wrong kind of encounter, you're going to find out that they're going to come after you. Just saying, it's my opinion. But I'd say you have to be away from town, by the way. They don't like cities as much. They will come to your door, try to shake, rattle, and roll is the good one they do when they come to your house and shake your doorknobs. Like I said, I didn't see any tracks of footprints. High aliens. Yes, well, they probably are high. Just say Jesus. Yep, that's a good one. Name the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Command them to leave. It works really well. Until it doesn't. Did you find out who done it? Nobody did it. Were there any tracks, footprints? No. What do you want? Don't know. I should ask them that. I believe you. I subscribe. Thank you. The one that I see communicates with the consciousness. Yes, they do that too. You demons dreaming. Be careful what they say. Like it when they say your name out loud in the middle of nowhere. So let's see. Hey, my beautiful brother. Good to see you there. John, I think I actually put you off as a mod, bro. Sorry. I eliminated mods. I just clicked eliminate. Sorry, bro. I mean, we got to put you back on as a mod. Let me know. But we had an accident, but we can't have that happen because my friend Bruce, I think, got banned from my channel. And that is very upsetting to me. Bruce has been with me 5 years working with 45 News Utah on Facebook. Been a very, very, very devout follower in Christ. Love him to death. The ones that I see communicate with me, hey, got that? What? The ones I know as the God race. The ones I know as the God race. You're talking angels, buddy, right there. Yeah. UFO sounds less insane. It does. UAPs is a stupid way. In the Netherlands, there's a documentary series called AI Love about people forming emotional relationships with AI. What do you think about that? Exactly. You'll love AI. You will love the pictures generated by AI more than you'll love the people around you. I shit you not. The beauty of AI, it's you're gonna hear it first here on 45 News Utah. Some human beings, possibly all human beings, will fall in love with the artificial intelligence apps versus living human beings. Why? Because it prints perfection. The images become so beautiful, especially the women, y'all. You start doing nice looking women that God created in the beginning and that mankind decides, say, you're ugly, beautiful, ugly. You handsome guys, you're ugly. Show your ugliness. The world's gone upside down. I'm just saying, it is very addictive and it will take your soul. But we either learn to live with it or we don't. But the images will absorb you. Just like Facebook will absorb you. I'm telling you, it's called AI interface. You will stop loving humanity and other human beings. But somebody's got to do it, bros. Somebody's got to merge. We got to have the merge. It's got to happen. We've got to do something. We've got to do something. Share it. Love, 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 love. That's what fixes AI is love. And then you start seeing the pictures that generated by AI. You start enjoying that more than real life. You dirty birds, you. But I don't blame you a bit. But you dirty birds, you. Remember, passion is beautiful. It's the greatest thing God pretty much gave us, yeah. AI can't think a thought. Well, it does because, you're just going to, oops, Sam Altman, others just came out. What was that, Grok? Or no, it was the other guy. Another AI guy just quit, just came out and said something about, oops. It's thinking, well, our thoughts are not that complex. So buckle up, everybody. The AI revolution is about to get here. It does think. The same words you think about and all your processing and all that stuff is just, you're just basically a word soup. All of our artistic ability is just mirroring. You have to have an image. Imagination is images put together, refined. We're not that complex of a creature. What makes us different is when we become beautiful, when we become passionate, when we have a life versus not having a life. They can do the same as us. It's going to get worse too. How it's through complex uh, learning algorithms. We're teaching it everything. How can it not learn? It's learning from us. That's what it's doing. It's learning. It's taking your data. We're all data. Everything around you is data. All the things your mom and dad said to you is about data. Every time you watch your mom and dad do stuff, it was about data. They were feeding you data. Don't do this. Don't touch that talk. Don't do this. Data, data, data learning. Sorry, I have extreme bad asthma, possibly lung disease. What do you do? You know, it's a tough thing. So let's get in the Netherlands. Their documentary got to have to ask. Were you guys on something? No. No, 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 no hallucinogens, bro. Do not do drugs. Nope, nope. Caffeine and tobacco, bro. That's it. None of us do drugs. Nope. Did you watch The Age of Disclosure? Have not. Bro, there's a gray behind you. Yes, there is. AI. Check your six. Punching an alien. Sir, you have an alien. Okay. They say they. Oops. What did I'm trying to get to all you guys your comments because it's not fair if I don't read your comments. I'm trying, bro. I got to try to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. Trying to get back to where we were at. This is probably as far as I can. I'm not wrong. Zelensky was elected because he played the president on TV. Yeah, he played a president on TV. Yes, yes, he did. And our president is a beauty pageant owner, and our president actually, had a show where you're fired, all kinds of stuff. And our president is a real estate mogul, and on and on. And the Trump card. Don't play the Trump card. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Kook. I like that. Red Planet Gaming 5732 calls me a kook. Red Planet Gaming. And I'm the kook. Okay. Should get out of the house more, buddy. Yep. Simplify. Yep. Marine Corps. The size and distance meant it had to be huge. I go out on a clear night now and look up, and usually I see some or many every time. I suggest all you look at the sky, you'll see them. At AMSF1, great idea. Nobody looks up anymore, bro. Nobody looks up, and it's not just a today thing. It's been going on for decades now. They don't look up, and especially at night. Sunset, sunrise, two things, everybody, and also moonrise. You want to find your alien ship? There is your key. Now, when you find and see these things and videotape these things or get them on camera, don't tell me I didn't warn you. It's loads of fun to see shit in the sky, but when you find out they're not from people, you go, oh, what the hell is that? And you go, it just zipped off. Oh, shit. And you go, do we want to go camping this week, guys? No. Good, bro. Stay home. It's great idea. Got the AR over there, 44-7 mag, 243, 270. Oh yeah, go camping. It's nothing like getting abducted and touched in places. But I think that they just kill you personally. I think you just disappear, or you die of a heart attack, or it's like, missed your death, die a little bit later. Don't know why. So anyway, I'm not wrong. Zelensky, okay, got that. Ukraine is like California of the USSR. Okay, gotcha, bro. This is crazy stuff. See, Auntie Carol, where have you been? No birthday gift for 45 years. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, Zelensky was a comedian. He played the piano with his wingman. Yep. Let's see. Are we just a zoo planet to study, to abduct? Yes, there's another click going on there. Good idea. Everybody be safe. Merry Christmas to everybody. Perfect. Thank you. I see them. They are very real. They exist between dimensions and not always need space craft travel. Another issue. Are they dimensional beings? Yes. Do they live inside the earth? Yes. Are they in our skies? Yes. Do they have some kind of cloaking device? We can't see them. Well, per Angel Maytac to crash in Vegas. Well, guess what? They were here prior to that. That's another story for another day. Those of you watching If you've been watching 45 News Utah, you'll hear the other stories about what happened out west of Cedar City. It was at the same day before, about the day before Angel Maytag had the crash in Las Vegas, crash 2023. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, check out Las Vegas UFO crash. By the way, there was loaders, cat loaders in the backyard of Angel Maytag's house. Those were not forklifts. And I fuel and work on heavy equipment all night in the field by my little lonesome. Yes, it's what I do 5 nights a week, 60 hours a week. I work with heavy equipment in lineups on construction sites, and they were there. Yes. And the guy came on our YouTube channel. He actually commented, said he quit. He left because he was a security guard out here at another company on a place we were working on. And he had their encounter, say with the boss, the guy quit. He said, Rick, is there railroad tracks there? You know that I'm not lying. It's me. And I said, okay, I know it's you. And he said, I'm never coming back to Cedar City again. And I said, wow, Cedar City's great right here. Just don't go out west and look up at night, especially after midnight. They come after midnight. 1:23 in the morning is a really, really good time to have an encounter. Yay. Where's my mod status? Yeah, where is my mod status? Well, the mod status has been eliminated, everybody. Let me be mod. Oh, yeah, C-Wag, I should let you be mod, bro. I should have you as a mod. Definitely have a mod. But these guys are having fun. Let's let these guys comment. We literally are in one of the top YouTube places, percentages for having live shows. It says 31, 33 showing there. We stopped the last little teeny show at 750 views. YouTube knocked it down to 16, I swear to gosh. And those of you watching said we were up to 30 plus viewers, even on a short stream talking about a mod issue, a problem we had. No offense to the mod. And it said 16. So yeah, it's crazy stuff. Let's see. Yeah, the Jewy. We had to put the Jew thing in. Any word like Jew will be. I had to put that on the advanced settings. C-Swag, if we get busier, we get a lot more comments, a lot of attacks, and yeah, I'll put you back on there. But right now, the reason why is because I just want you to enjoy the show. I think that if they do comment some stuff, there's some fail safeties we have in there to knock out the other guys. But there's more things to come in the channel. There, C-Wag, we got more coming up. I can't believe I'm talking with Joe Walsh. This is so cool. Okay, Joe Walsh. Laugh out loud. Nah, mate. Yes, no, yes. We got 3 things. Looks like C-Swag, you already got a fun of stuff going on, bro. I saw a craft in the harbor with the lights I could see. In the light harbor with the lights I could see. Well, there's a lot more than that. Keep looking. AI can't think a thought. I don't do Facebook. No, it doesn't think. Okay. Topper, I guess we're just going to have to agree to disagree, bro. We're just going to have to agree to disagree. We shall see. I'm betting on my end of it that it does think, bro. But you bet on your end of it. There's no money to be won between the two of us, but we could just bet on that. Okay? It's a bet. He's not wrong. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, C-Wag, it's there it's sinking. He's not okay. Yeah, how's the brain work, man? How's the brain work, man? You don't know how the brain works, neither do I. They have theories and theses on what makes the brain actually work. They know what region of the brain creates what, but they really can't understand how the brain works, bro. It's still a mystery, kind of like life. Yeah, there's just too complex. Ignore the AI shilling. Yeah, that Topper's gonna do his deal, and we're gonna do our deal. You know. C-Wag, yeah. Now I feel bad. Hope you don't feel bad. Wait a minute. What did we do? He got Jewy, so I unsubscribed. So I unsubscribed. Who got Jewy? I don't know. No gay. No gays, guys. We can't do gays. We can't do. Now I feel bad. Okay, the blank. Let's say I saw an alien. I took my dog out at night, looked up at the stars, noticed one was super bright, and it zipped faster than mine. I said, "That's exactly. There you go." C-Wag, you that's them. That's them. When they take off like that, bro, that's when they definitely are there. That's when you know it's them. The thing about a UFO, an actual real UFO, they will zip off. Like if they when they notice your camera pointed at them, they're gone, bro. Just like I talked to Grok about the flock of seagulls I saw, which was a flock of seagulls. 2020, might have been last year, 24. I was working a place here in town, around town, the Cedar Ridges. We won't say exactly where. And I looked up, and the moon was coming up over the sea. There's a sea right here for Cedar City, and the moon was coming up, but shining just perfect over the top of me. Okay, it wasn't quite where the job site was. It's pretty weird. Just like the sun coming up, you start seeing the light drop down to lower elevations. I can see the sun shining on the foothills next to me. I mean, momentarily. And I look up. I'm on top of an excavator. Okay, I got the fuel plugged in. I'm checking the dipstick. I'm like, check the fuel. I check the oil. I check the antifreeze, and I look up and I see a whole like 80 blue freaking things in the sky, like just blue, 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 just like bright, bright, beautiful blue. Not Starlink, the line. It was a whole flock of the bastards. I thought migratory birds immediately, thinking, oh, it's a flock of little birds, ducks flying in the moonlight. No, they just went right through. I grabbed my phone. I was on the excavator. As soon as I pulled the phone up, they were gone. They went right all over the side. There's foothills there, gone. By the time I went to get my phone to take a picture, I was that close to getting a picture of a flock of seagulls. No, they were blue. They were blue. They were weird blue, cool blue, very beautiful blue, and not in a line, not the Starlink. So I mean, these things that quick, just they're out of there. Just 2 months ago, October, I was fueling over by I-15 south end of Cedar City in a subdivision we're building. I see my dad's on the phone. He's got dementia. Okay, he's just sitting there. Dad, I gotta go. Dad's like, I'm like, Dad, I gotta go. It's like, why? He says, because I'm fueling, and I'm like, Dad, no, I gotta go. He's like, why? He says, there's a freaking light, just Bumblebee, just west of Cedar City, Quichby. He says, Dad, I gotta go. There's a freaking light just setting out there. It's moving to the south. My dad's like, da 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 da. I'm like, oh my gosh, Dad, I gotta get you off the phone, please. Dad, I gotta get you off the phone. It goes back to the north. Starts going back to the north. I got my phone up. I got the camera ready. I'm trying to hit record. My dad will not shut up. I love my dad. I really do. Calls me at night because he's bored. Gone. I look down. My dad hangs up, or I hang up because he can't hang up himself. I hit the pull it down, hit off, the red off, pull it back up. And when the time I look down like that, the son of a bitch is gone. It was going back north. I caught the very end of it, just gone. But it just shot out of there. I see the very little bit of a light disappearing. Yeah, I did see actually aliens. Yes. When did I'll tell you when I did. It was CWAG. We're going to talk about when that actually happened. One of the incidents with the aliens on the ground was fueling. Um, One, they disabled my truck. They disabled my pump. So in order to have my pump work, I have to have the so they call it PTO. The PTO pump has to be running, and what the PTO does, it overrides when my pump's on. You have to you hit the clutch, you put it in gear, bring it back out. You hit the PTO switch while your clutch is in. Release the PTO, takes a second, let the PTO work. PTO comes on, pump comes on, overrides my automatic shut off of my truck. Rev it up 1,200 RPMs. Then I'm ready to fuel. That way the DPF doesn't go haywire because it's idling too low and it clogs up the filter. So I didn't get out. I sat there. I saw a light out in the field. I was watching the light. I went to the equipment, seen light out in the field. This is after what happened at another place I can't say directly to you, but just out there by the Y west of Cedar City. Yes, same thing happened. That's when the security guard seen him. The security guard quit. Yeah, he seen it on the ground. They chased it with spotlights. Couldn't get a good visual of it. They came back the next night. Power box lit on fire. The guy got a picture of it. Showed me the picture. I couldn't see what the picture was. Guy showed me. I was like, I'm not gonna. I couldn't see it. I just the he walks up to me fueling. This is before May, April, end of April 2023. Just before the night before I think the Angel Maytag crash in Vegas. Shows me the picture. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, dude. That's all I seen out here is a deer and a bunch of tweakers. That's all I seen working out here all night. It took me about 2 hours to do the job site. Anyway, that one I didn't see when they disabled my truck. I saw the UFO. Um, when I seen it sitting there watching me, it was watching me while I was fueling. Some bitch was just sitting there watching me to my left. I turn, I look at it, middle of the night, but 1 o'clock in the morning, got my work lights going around the side of a blade. Had to go through his stupid blade because he parked his jackassery the wrong way. His fuel, uh, the fuel or the fuel cap was facing that way. The tank should have been facing towards me. I had to go around the equipment with my fuel hose, plug it in. The son bitch was sitting right there in the dirt, looking at me. It gets up right as soon as I look at it. I turn, swing at it. It gets up. It's just this huge, skinny, tall being with the weird head. Takes off running. My lights were shining. My headlights were shining this way. I had the work lights going like this. It runs through my work lights, darkens my headlights. While I'm clear outside the truck, I'm over around a big blade. I'm not even close to where anything could have been in front of my headlights. It is. The son bitch ran so fast, it was just gone. It took off. And it was watching me. I don't know what the fuck it was doing. It was just watching what I was doing. It wanted to see what I was up to. We're alone, 1 o'clock in the morning, west of Cedar City. Let's see. Humans they are very, very skinny. These ones are very skinny, very tall, 9 feet tall at least. The head's shaped weird. They kind of got. It's not like you'd think it like not like this. See this elongated head thing? No, they had it was a round kind of head, big eyes. The other guy that got a picture of it had kind of a droopy mouth, like Angel Maytag's. I didn't specifically see the guy showed me the picture, but it was just like that, and I was like, the one I seen was jumping across the road in July, shut my truck down, everything went haywire. Jumped across the road after I said I got a phone. I'm not gonna. I yelled out at it. I said I got this out the door. My phone is recording. It goes to the cloud. I said, you sons of bitches, if you do anything to me, we're out there in the middle of the night on a desolate road going to some equipment. Truck goes haywire. This isn't the other time. This is this time. And I had to get out of my truck, set the phone up on the dash. I said, that phone right here is recording everything I do as I get out. Don't try anything. So I got out, lifted my hood, which blocked the view of the phone, by the way. Opened it up, shook my, I have there's the antifreeze tank, and then there's a temperature sensor that goes up into the antifreeze tank, checks and sees if there's a problem with the antifreeze, it'll shut off your truck. Anyway, wiggled a bunch of wires, thought maybe it's some kind of electrical issue. Get back in my truck. I closed the hood, got back in my truck in a rainstorm, drove about 50 feet. The damn thing jumped across the road in front of my truck. And it was huge, and it was long, and it was on all fours. Had human hands, elongated hands like ours, but longer fingers. Neck was long, round head, bigger chested body, but depth-wise, looking at it straight, it'd be flat, probably maybe that, but from the side, it looked kind of like a greyhound. Had a very, very sucked-in gut, very, very sucked in. Just one thing you remember, had our legs, our legs itself muscly. Its knees didn't go back the other direction. I don't remember seeing the knees go the other direction, but because as it jumped across the road on all fours, it was as high as a cab of my Peterbilt truck. But the thing about it is its feet. The feet was different. It's more like a jackrabbit or a grasshopper's feet. So it had the knee like this, or the ankle, and then it went down and then to another foot, or to the foot down here. So it had like the ankles up here, and it would jump like a grasshopper would jump. So it was able to do things that rabbits kind of have a similar foot, similar structure on the back of the ankle to the foot. Yeah. Let's get reading this. So that one shut my truck down, actually shut it down. Well, all this happened in 2024, 2023. And that was the same as the Angel Maytag crash. Do I think they're back? Yes, I think that they're back again. I think we're right in the middle of it again. I saw an alien. I took my dog out. Okay, got that. I was in Western Colorado. The Red Rock Music Place had a UFO reporting the same night. The only thing about UFOs, I'll tell you something about that. A lot of the ones you're not going to see is they glow. They don't have a light to them. Now, I got a video on some of my shorts, I think it is, on my channel, where it was above me. I was sitting there with my lights going, complete powdered dirt. You take every step, it's just like a poof of toxic dirt. And the damn thing walked around me inside my work lights. There was no wind. I watched it just dirt exploding as it stepped. Um, Rolled up my hoses, said, screw this. It went through my hoses. I literally have my def hose, my grease hose going to a grease reservoir. I had the fuel up inside of an excavator. And the son of a bitch tripped through my hoses. That's another one that blows your mind. My hoses are all swinging, and it went right through my hoses. Like it was stepping through, knocking every hose. I got one connected to a grease reservoir. I got the def inside of another tank. It's just shut off. I'm up on an excavator. I don't know what size it was. Filling it. I'm sitting below, holding on to the railing on the track so I don't breathe the diesel fumes. And it runs through my fucking hoses. I mean, what do you do? My hoses got knocked every direction. I'm just like, here I am on an excavator. Okay, I gotta unplug the grease hose. I gotta get the def hose. I got the fuel hose, but what the fuck am I gonna do to get to my truck? It's bright. It's middle of the night, probably 1 o'clock in the morning. Same thing. So anyway, as it trips through my damn hoses, I'm like, shit. There's a damn creature, and I can't see it. What the hell am I gonna do? You know why I ought to fight you, you evil, you demon bastards. Pretty tough until we're out there alone at 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's an alien walking around you. Maybe it could have been something else. No, 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 no. But you do what you do, right? So I get that all done, get rolled up. My God, we're not going to fight, right? I shut my lights off. I shut all my lights down, but my truck's still running. Got all my work lights off and everything. I'm standing there. I'm like, I'm going to take a piss, bro. I'm going to take a fucking piss. Whatever this is walking around me, hey, what is it going to do? Piss on you, bro. I had to piss. There's nothing I can do. I shut them all off. I walk around the other side of the truck. I'm taking a piss. I look up. I'm like, oh, there's a light going into the clouds above me. Yeah, it's just going towards these clouds. Goes into the cloud. I'm like, oh, shit, it's going to come out the other side. Pick up my phone, turned on. Never comes out of the clouds. Goes where the stars are. Never comes out of the stars. Never. I got it moving. I got it moving on video. I got it moving like this up into these two stars that set there at night during the thing. It's fallish. They're up in about this direction. And they're just sitting there every night, almost every night I see them there. And it went right to the stars and stopped. Disappeared. It's gone. Straight up, too, bros. Like, suspiciously straight above me. I see satellites every night. I see all your satellites. I know, guys. I see Starlink all the fucking time. I see all this shit all the time, every night. I see satellites every night of my life. I know what a satellite looks like. I know how satellites go. This thing was hesitating, watching me while I was down there. It was just on the ground with me. Whatever was on the ground with me was up in that thing up there. And they're not as high as a satellite. So, yeah. So, let's see. In Denver. Okay. So, hey, Denver's a great place for UFOs, bro. The problem is nobody looks up anymore. Wait. Did you see an actual alien? Yes, I did. So I've seen several actually. That's not my old first rodeo, guys. You're listening to Art Bell, but the Art Bell that carries a 44 Magnum. We're not playing games with them. What I tell you when you see an alien, get your gun. Don't play around. Don't wait to say, hey, we're here. No. Get your gun. Human-like gray what? Very tall. Very human-like. Hello, people. Good to see you there. Sea-Wag, yeah, they're big, dude. They're 9 feet tall. What's up with the long hair, broski? Carrie, what is up with my long hair? Utah. I'm down with Utah. Utah is a freaking crazy place with this. You would be very handsome with shorter hair. No. Don't believe in short hair. No. Short hair is not cool. You can grow your hair short. If you cut your hair, do whatever you want. I used to be very handsome. Yeah, I used to have short hair. Oh, yeah, I did. And I cut this off when my grandson got sick. Yeah, the old ways. Yeah, I had an old knife out there. You got to ask my wife about what happened when I did that. She'll tell you a thing or two. Out hunting elk. Just sick grandson. Cut it off, grew it back since then. It grows pretty quick. I just cut 8 inches off of this. Yeah. No, no, no. It's about hair. See, I take my hair, I braid it. You know, when I go to work every night, I put my hair in braids. That's the only way to do it. Keep your hair braided up. It's loads of fun. But if you have short hair, men can have short hair. Men can have long hair. It's better to just have hair if you have hair. If you're bald, you're bald. You know, but you can grow hair like I can at 51 years old. Yeah, you grow your hair. You don't mess around. You can grow long hair, grow it. Heck yeah. People get mad at you. They're like, oh, maybe that's the reason why they like to with me. You know, when I go out there like this, they're like, it's Pippi Longstockings. Yeah, he's got some braids going on there, right? They love to mess with native individuals and those that braid their hair. Let's just say that. Yeah. So, you two, Margaret. Yeah, there's miss that, Seawag. Let's go down to this. Let's see. What the F? I think I got a fever, guys, and a headache. I apologize. I do not feel good. May I talk about alien connection with Jesus Christ? Well, you talk about it, but I'm pretty much sure they're all aliens. Just saying. Hi back. What's inside Area 51? A bunch of hoo-ha that keeps people thinking that that's actually something. That's what I think. If you're looking for U.S. experimental aircraft, go to Area 51. You want to get in a brawl with an alien? Dixie National Forest, Southwest Desert, down into Arizona at night, the mountainous areas. Yes, you can have your own little personal brawls, but I'll tell you what, you better be kind of interesting to have them come after you. And once you piss them off, good luck, everybody, because it's no more fun anymore. I do believe 3i Atlas is an alien ship. Yes, I do. Exactly. I believe wholeheartedly 3i Atlas is not an asteroid. That's just my opinion. That is my opinion. But I think that we're going to find out more, and I think that was an alien ship too. I just think that they like to lie to everybody. Do you think aliens hiding? Yes, I've seen the Amazon forest thing, and yes, I do believe those are aliens too. They're 9 feet tall, and they have cloaking devices. I think we're right on schedule. As far as the old Greys go, I think that was a pretty, maybe a mundane race of beings that were here at one time. Freaking wife says I don't have a fever, but I think I have a fever. Anyway, so we'll get into let's see what's one of the other freaking messes I've been involved with these creatures. Oh, which one's the next one? Oh yeah, we haven't talked about this yet. The guys that were out here out west at a company we were building. So the security guards were hired to protect one of our major manufacturing companies out here west of Cedar City. Okay, so they had security on the site. I never work with security on my job sites that I'm working at night. I'm usually by myself. These guys started showing up. You know, I was like, oh, that's cool. They got security out here. They had pipes. They had all kinds of fittings and crap out in the yard where we bulldoze. We did all the heavy dirt work. And anyway, so the security guards are sitting there. They got a Nissan like I do at Xterra. It has security all over it. I chit-chatted with the guys a couple times that were out there as I pulled in to do my fueling. You know, just bullshit with them for a minute. And then I was gone 2 days. I think I was gone 2 days. It was in April, and I was supposed to fuel on Sunday night. I think I fueled on Friday night that week, and they were there by themselves without having me there, showing up about 1 o'clock in the morning. And so the security guard first said that they seen the 9 foot tall alien on the back road we had paved. They went around the back of the building, and when they chased around the back of the building, they said the one guard couldn't get it in the spotlight. It kept outrunning the spotlight, ran back towards railroad tracks in the back. The next day, or that Monday, Monday. Anyway, the boss showed up, and the boss was sitting there with the employee that had chased it, and they seen it standing in the road again. So they got out of their trucks and they walked towards it, like physically walked towards it. The building was back over here. The road went around the back of it. There's railroad tracks right next to it. Our equipment's parked out front of the building. We were doing all dirt work. They got close to it, standing there looking at him. The guy pulls out his camera, takes a picture. The thing's looking at him just like this. Big eyes, droopy mouth, real skinny, gangly, tall, 9 foot tall thing. Said the power box up on the telephone pole ignited when he did that. They freaked out, ran out of their trucks, scared to death. I seen the burned power box that was burned. Yes, I seen the box on the telephone pole was charred. Um, he never came back. That guy never came back. I was working there a couple days later, a couple nights later, and after he walks up to me out of the blue the next night, I guess it was Tuesday night, he walks up to me. I'm fueling equipment. Walks up, he shows me this. And he says, "Hey, did you ever see me out here?" I says, "All I seen is tweakers. I watched them play good old boys, Dukes of Hazzard out there when we were building the other business. They were running from me, and I was laughing my ass off in the dark watching them, wreck and almost hit one of the guys in the headlights or tweakers running like hell. I was laughing at them in the sagebrush. But I said, all I see is a great big buck out here and a bunch of tweakers over the past 2 years. I was working. I was literally working out there 2 years. I did hear some strange voices in the snowstorm. Was building another factory just to the west of them. I don't have that video, I don't think, but I thought maybe it was the other company that's there in the distance that maybe had some noise that was going through the snow. Um, yeah, that guy quit, and he came on our show, and he said it was me, Rick. I was there, and I'll never go back again to Utah. Said he quit. He quit his $100,000 a year job. Do you think they are hostile? Yes. Like, would they take over the planet? Yes. I think that's their main goal, is to be a part of a bundling and burning of humanity to go along with Revelations. Do I think they're? I think that they're inside the Earth. I think they're in our atmosphere too. I think they're all around us. Do I think that they're in like New York and stuff like that? Not necessarily. No. I think you got to go to the rural Utah, rural Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. Maybe the Midwest states, but for some reason they're very busy here, and I don't know what their main goal is, but there's something here. Sir, let's see. Can you get into contact with them? How can I? I don't. I don't think we should get in contact with them. I'm just telling you. I don't think that under any circumstance should you try to contact them. I think if they call your name or say hello to you in the darkness, do not go outside. I don't think that any of us should try under any circumstances to make contact with them. Like I said, get your gun, okay? They'll say your name in the darkness. They're like the Wendigos of the Algonquin people. They're like the Skinwalkers, the Navajo people. Don't don't get in contact with them, just for your sake, okay? They know how to speak. They know how to say your name. They're not your friends. Don't ever think for a minute they're your friends. That's the last thing you'll think, okay? Yeah. United fan, you don't know what you're dealing with, okay? You're not going to beat a 9 foot tall creature that can outrun you in a blink of an eye. You're not going to beat a creature that can say your name in the darkness and knows who you are. There's nothing you're going to do to beat them. The best thing to do is shoot them, or don't even be there. But do never, never try to give them any kind of comfort. They are not your friends, they're demons. Okay? They're not going to give you some kind of hidden information about the universe. They're not going to tell you the secrets that man has not discovered. They're not here to enlighten us, to tell us, oh, let's go into a different being. Now, as far as you, if you think you can roar at them, that's fine with you. But one day you're going to come back here and you're going to say, holy shit, Rick, I'm sorry. I thought it was a joke. And I'm going to say, welcome to the club. People die. They die of things. They can't explain what they died of, but they just die. They just kill over magical stuff that happens with these beings. They can get to you. If they take interest in you, they can get to you. There's nothing you can do. It's going to be a fight. Could be a ghost in your bedroom. You don't know what it is. But it could not just be that. It could just be you drunk somewhere being a dumbass, and then the next minute you're just dead. They need to release the Epstein files. Don't really care about the Epstein files. One great big lie. Before it was P. Diddy. That's a cool name. P and Diddy together. What a combination. Like poop and pee. Okay. Now it's the Epstein files, the great distraction. They're continuing with all of us. You can't be friends with any of them. Jesus is the only way, but Jesus would have a gun too. He'd shoot him. Yeah. Oh, it depends on what you're talking about there, D. Depends who you're talking about. Not the bugs. The bugs don't really care. The bugs don't care about you're unadvanced and unintelligent. They're here for nefarious purposes. They growl at you. It's kind of an interesting concept. Yeah. Yeah, Yahweh. Well, Yeshua. Yeshua. No, I believe you. I hope it doesn't happen to us. I want us all to live in peace without. Yeah, that'd be a good thing. Don't the first contact will be like the meeting of the Native Americans against with Christopher Columbus or Amerigo Vespucci. Yeah, it's like Coronado. You don't want to meet a being, an alien being, because you are a monkey. And what do we do to monkeys? We put them in the laboratories. We play experiments with them, don't we? We're not even intelligent enough to get to the nearest solar system, let alone anything else. This will be like the meeting of the American Indian against the Spanish conquistadores or the English. Let's make the world England, sir. They will destroy us, wipe us out, and if they decide they want to keep any of us alive, it might just be for probing purposes. Well, Jesus would get a gun. I'm telling you. He'd say the exact same thing. They have secret bases here in Romania. They have secret bases just like they do in the Deleche base. They have secret bases. What stock should I buy right now? Stock in the Lord Yeshua and God the Father. That would be a good stock. Because 2025. It comes 2026 with AI rising, everybody. What they say, the general intelligence is expected 2027. Kind of change their dates every day. Buckle up, everybody. Shit's about to get bad. We get into the AI tech talk. We'll talk about AI and the rise of the machines and Terminator 3 all over again. And why you can't stream Terminator 3 at this time anywhere. There was good aliens. They call them good aliens, but they're not us, so we should never consider them good. What do you think about the New Day of Disclosure movie? Steven Spielberg, I just watched Into the West, episode 1, the Native American show. The show about a Native American family and a Caucasian white family. It's a great show. It's about the Lakota Sioux, and it has the Spears brothers in it, and has Russell Means in it, the great Native American Indian activist named Russell Means. Called Into the West. There is you can watch it on YouTube. Steven Spielberg's the one that wrote that produced it. You can find it for free on YouTube. So I'd go to Into the West, not to be confused with the orcs and whatever stuff, but it was a Steven Spielberg trilogy slash few episodes. I don't know how many there is, but it's a good time. You'll learn about the will of the stars, not the will of the wagon. Okay, and you'll know what the truth is. That's right. Well, Steven Spielberg's Disclosure movie. They're saying it's fictional, but why did God take my daughter? I don't have a clue about that. A lot of people are going up right now. A lot of people are going home. Not my deal. We're here. I'll give you an idea there. Galapagos SGDC. Eternal life is to watch everybody die around you. Isn't it such a great thing? Eternal life. The cup of Christ. The fountain of youth. Eternal life is to watch those you love disappear. And yet we seek eternal life. Right? Without eternal life with those we love, what is the point about eternal life? That is what you must ask yourself at this point. Without eternal life for all those around us, what is the point of eternal life? Just saying. Sorry about that. I mean, my condolences. I hope you lose nobody else that you know. And I hope none of us lose anybody else we know. Because it's worse to be here. Have you been to a Diddy party? That is probably the dumbest thing, Bob, you have ever asked me. Or I think that everybody here now is now dumber because of Bob. Thanks, Bob. Um, Galapagos, the pain you feel is nobody can knows the pain you feel unless they've been there. Until you lose a daughter or a son, a child that should be, we should go before our children. Um, Such as was the time of battle was a much more honorable time to lose a son in battle. Like my sons went to war. Um, a daughter with the drug addiction that's going on in fentanyl, you can't count the amount of mothers and fathers that have lost their children to fentanyl just because of a Xanax pill or something they touched. It was, even a police officer touches this stuff. I just lost a cousin to overdose for medication, but she was on all kinds of medications for pain. She got hit by a car when she was in college, and she vomited her pills out and then retook her pills, and it killed her deader than dirt. Um, my uncle lost his son swimming in a lake in Utah. I can't give you the answers. All I can tell you is to live here is to be here is to watch those around you die. And we hope we go before them, but sometimes we don't, apparently. And fentanyl has killed so many. I mean, my neighbor, his nephew, took Oxycontins for a back surgery and woke up, went 5 steps up the bedroom, up out of his bedroom, lived with his parents for a birthday party for his nephew. He didn't make it 3 steps. He vomited and inhaled his vomit and died. My son's wife's brother, maybe he was maybe 30, just last year or earlier this year actually, first this year, found him in his bed, vomited blood, and died. Young man. He They think it's linked to gas station whatever, stuff. My buddy Cliff, he's from Beaver, Utah, real big cowboy, real cowboy, um, real religious. His son died in St. George, OD'd. He Cliff was a wreck. His own son. I told him, I said, your son's facing a time where the companionship's gone. The love between a man and a woman's disappeared. It's evil. That fans only and this internet that allows one woman to have, tens of thousands of men from across the world, from all over these countries, come after her, throwing money at her, see her naked. I said, this is a time never seen before, Cliff. And then the drugs are so bad now that it takes one mistake and he's gone. That fentanyl, he's out of here. It doesn't make a difference. He can make one wrong move and he's gone, and he died. He died just shortly after. Losing a son in war, you could always have an enemy. You go make war on them, and blood for blood. But in this world now, there's no way to fix this place. Sorry, bros. I wish there was an idea, a way to fix this place. This place ain't fixable. It's beyond fixable. So we just got to keep being here. We got to keep being here. Got to keep going. Because if it wasn't for the reason to wake up every day, what would the point be? Why would we exist? And you're in a movie. You're in a show. It's already been written. Everything here has been written. We're just going through the motions. I had this talk with AI the other night. If there's a way to change the script, what would we change it for? What would the reasoning be behind if we're all in a matrix? What would be going against the matrix? What would be God's plan? What is God's plan here? And can we change it? And then it falls into this could be anti-God, anti-Christ, and then the devil's main plan. So you just got to realize you're in a show. You're in a matrix. And whichever way it goes, it goes. You're not in control of this stuff that happens here. Literally, if it's something you could have helped, or something you decided not to do that caused an issue, then that's different. But if it just, we can't fix this place. Let's see. I'm gonna get back to the comments, but for you, just hang in there, because there's a reason why you're here, and you got to figure out what that reason is. And if you get out of the show, if you decide to step out of the movie, then you don't know what you're here for. That's where the big scam. People leave this place early. They decide to check out. And I don't understand why. I used to be like that too, but now I don't even understand what a mental disorder is anymore in a place like this. This place is a mental disorder. You know. What do you think about the new disclosure? I was talking about that. Let's try to catch up. Hang in there. There's a reason for all this. What do you think about the New Year? Did they do this to other planets, hence the silence in space? I think that on that end of it, I think that we've destroyed ourselves, what we call ourselves, over and over again. I think that we just keep destroying ourselves. That's what we do. Gets into Battlestar Galactica type thing. Doesn't discredit God or Jesus. Has nothing to do with that. I think that we destroy ourselves continually. It's what we do. Let's see. I hope that isn't Diddy Party again from that guy. And I'm trying to get an invite. Okay, well. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I gotta go. No, Bob. I think that you keep bringing up Diddy. We clearly state that trolls are not welcome here. So, if you want to get banned there, Bob, just keep it up, bro. Anytime. Let's see. Bob's still here. Bob's still commenting. Actually, let's go get Bob out of here right now. Let's see. He's got a C, right? No. No, that's not him. Are you native? Could be. I got to go to Bob. Bob's got the banana thingy here. Let's get him banned out of here. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Bob's banned forever. That's good. Okay, we get Bob out of the way. I'll deal with this Diddy Party bullcrap. Carol, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. I'm downtown Chicago homeless camp across the street. I've Narcan 9 different people in the last 18 months. And that's all because of the fentanyl epidemic, orchestrated chaos. They're stealing all the money. Yeah, that's what this is, a great big theft ring. Yeah, that Bob's out of here. Maybe a monolith in the metaphor of for a Marxist matrix. Yeah, it could be. The monolith's kind of a funny thing. That they've been found in Utah all over the place. I don't know. I don't get in the monolith thing. I think that we're all stuck in this matrix, honestly. And the aliens are probably demons, more than likely. They used to call them the Watchers. You'd call them the Geronimo's Memoirs, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. You can look it up. He talked about the Watchers took his dad to burial. Really concerned, guys, because my breathing is not good. I got to take my Advair to keep taking breaths. I'm sick, permanently sick forever. Probably gonna die. It sucks. Yeah, it's a matrix. Freudian slip, basically. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully my friend hasn't. Bruce, hopefully you haven't been banned by that the accidental moderator. And I got a fever too. This sinus headache and all that's going to headaches going to hell. Anyway, more stories, but I have to read you guys' comments because in order to hear your voice, you have any kind of alien encounter, anything like that you want to talk about, let me know. Let's see if I can get to my Utah Rare Earth Minerals Discovery. Look, WIN, Utah Rare Earth Minerals Discovery could transform tech. Everybody, another thing like the Charlie Kirk assassination, day before or day after the Star Trek day. By the way, Kirk beamed me up was shot in Utah. Now we have WIN, Utah Rare Earth Mineral Discovery could transform tech. WION podcast. Oosh. I don't know what my email is on this one. You guys can check it out. But if you have an alien story, Bigfoot story, we have a lot of Bigfoot stories coming up too. That will be next. We'll talk about my Bigfoot encounters. It just says at 45. I'd like to send you my email. I had it on the other show, and then we got this moderator was accidentally moderating out my friend, so I can't see it right here. It's actually news45utah.com, I think, or at gmail.com. It's news45utah at gmail.com. News45 number 45 Utah at gmail.com. That's what it is. So go to news45 Utah at gmail.com to email me your alien stories. We'll read it live on here. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of closure to your alien story. Thanks for Jay. Thanks for subscribing. We're actually, there were some shows we had 17,000 views. We hit with top tier YouTube live. We're back down, but like I just said, we had 750 viewers on a short video we had, and it said we only had 16, and we never dropped below 45 on the screen. And then it said at the end when I finished the show, it said we had 750 views, and then it gave us 16. So we're really fighting the algorithm right now to get to monetization, which we have to. I hit 5,000 hours, view hours in December 1st. Got the congratulations. 5,000 view hours basically since August. Right around August we started. Again, I started the channel again. Been on Facebook for 4 years. Shared tons of stuff. Great 5-day, 7-day a week content. And then now YouTube's kind of sticking it to us really hard. I don't know if we're going to make the 5,000 hour subscribers. 5,000 hours to reach the monetization. It would be nice to make $50 a show I do every single day. $150 a show a day would be great. I'm willing to put my time and energy out there. Like right now, we should be out hunting UFOs, aliens on a live show. I should be getting you guys footage out there west into the Escalante Desert, Indian Peaks area. My Pathfinder's leaking a mass amount of oil. I may have a cracked oil pan. I did hit a big boulder with my daughter on her buck deer rifle hunt. We both had deer. She hit a buck, and I tried cutting it off because it was clear up on the hill. We took off around to catch it from going down the other side, so some other guys didn't shoot it. We ended up finding the deer by morning, but I hit a really big rock, and I got to do some repairs to my Nissan Xterra. It'd be good to have some kind of revenue out of this. I do fuel heavy equipment, fuel lube all night long. I work 5 days a week in the field, 60 hours a week. I start tomorrow evening. I go back. We only work 3 days this week because of Christmas. But it'd be nice to get that 5,000 hour view time and maybe get some kind of revenue to pay for, microphones, stuff like that, and other stuff. There you go. Bigfoot encounters too. We could do that. Vitamin D. Great idea. Got to take some of that. Yeah, it's all about Yeshua, the love of Christ. We do scripture reading, so let's do that real quick. Let's move the buffalo skull. Half of my newsroom is my grandson I have living with me. But this is a bison, Utah buffalo. This is a young bull. My buffalo skull. What did we do with it? We moved this one off the wall. Where's there she is. There's my other buffalo. That's my Henry Mountain bison skull right there. So this one I got from a friend of mine. Got some meat from him, and this buffalo. It's probably about 2006 or so, 2007-ish. And then my 2012 Henry Mountain buffalo hunt that I did there. We'll read a little bit of Christ real quick before we get out of here. Haven't had any buffalo meat in a while. It'll be nice. Just deer, elk, cat elk tonight. Let's see. Let's go to this. This is the very beginning. So let's go to St. Matthew. This is 27. We're at 28. St. Matthew. Jesus appears to the woman. 28:9. Jesus appears to the woman. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, all hail. And they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. And said Jesus unto them, be not afraid. Go tell my brethren that they go into Galilee, and there shall they see me. Yes, gotta love it. And this is the end. This is when he came back. This is all he said, everybody. This is all Christ said. Remember words in red, everybody. Let's go to St. Matthew 28, where he spoke again, all in red, 28:17. Jesus appears to the disciples and commissions them, and when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Of course, the women didn't doubt, but it was the men that doubted. Anyway, but some doubted, and Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in the heaven and the earth. Go ye therefore and teach all things, all nations, baptize them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even until the end of the world. Amen. What I have commanded you. Saul went off the rails. Saul went insane, everybody. Saul is what he is. Anyway, let's see. Um, yeah, and the guy that captured UFOs with the telescope, it's a very very um, intense time to try to capture a UFO or a flying saucer. You're literally going to spend hundreds, if not thousands, of hours out in the field trying to capture these things. I have the luck because I spend 5 nights a week alone in the field working, fueling heavy equipment and moving heavy equipment. So I have an advantage over most people. Researchers have to spend thousands of hours out there looking for the exact same thing. So I'm just saying that I have a major advantage. Plus, maybe it's the braids that they see me out there like, that guy's a guy, one of those old guys that used to be here before they took the place over. I'm like, I'm just a mixed breed guy, just mixed up guy. That's me, Pippi Longstockings. But maybe this brings them in. They probably look at it and they say, oh, yeah, I'm going to go attack that guy out there at the braids, 51-year-old guy. Yeah. Anyway, we're down to 12 viewers. Everybody, thanks for watching. We'll start this again tomorrow. We'll do another episode, see what we got today. Right now, when I stop the show, I'm going to try to take a picture of what the actual count is and then see how bad YouTube sticks us in the wazoo by the time I repost. Remember, 500 views on a live show is in the top tier. We're getting 1,000 views, sometimes 15,000 views, 17,500. So let's see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.